Let's say I come back from a walk. I feel fatigued, a little bit dizzy, and I have some muscle pain. It's because I went for a walk, right? That would be me linking my current state physically and how I feel and my symptoms due to the reasoning of the walk. Hey folks, how's it going? Coach Junior here from the CFS Recovery Team, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the concept around linking. Now, before we get started, just like in every video, I wanted to quickly preface that I am in no way, shape, or form a doctor, medical professional, or mental health professional by any stretch of the imagination. I just happen to be somebody who has had this condition, much like yourself, if you're watching this video, have gone on to recover, and now am coaching people. I've gotten the privilege to speak to literally thousands of folks at this point. I'm taking what I've learned and I'm giving it back to you in the form of a YouTube video in hopes that you can apply this information to your situation to make your recovery just that much easier. Okay, so linking. What is it specifically? It's pretty straightforward. It is when we take a action, event, or something that we did and we're linking it to a certain current state based off of how we feel. I'll give you a couple examples of what linking can look like. Let's say I come back from a walk. I feel fatigued, a little bit dizzy, and I have some muscle pain. It's because I went for a walk, right? That would be me linking my current state physically and how I feel and my symptoms due to the reasoning of the walk. I'll give you another example. Let's say I'm experiencing bloating, some fatigue, a little bit of dizziness again. And the reason for that is because I just ate a hamburger 2 hours ago and I'm probably sensitive to the ingredients within that hamburger. That would be a couple examples of linking. So the first one would be me linking my fatigue, muscle pain to the fact that I just went for a walk. The second one would be me linking my bloating, my dizziness, and any other symptoms that I might experience to the fact that I had just consumed a hamburger a couple hours prior. Here's why the concept of linking and why you shouldn't do it is really, really important. I want you to think of it almost like you having a conversation in your head with your brain. Because if you kind of understand it like this, your brain is always listening, always, all the time. It's always listening, it's always taking notes. So I kind of want you to view how you speak to your brain in a little bit more of a conversational manner. Well, number one, I think it's really important to understand this, is that your brain doesn't want you to experience discomfort. It doesn't want you to experience things that make you feel bad. It's sought out, its main purpose here is to protect you, to keep you alive, to keep you comfortable, to keep you safe. Okay, so with that being understood, let's go through this conversational example in the first way that I described through my walk. All right, so I just got home from my walk. I'm feeling dizzy, I'm feeling fatigued, I'm feeling uncomfortable. Overall, generally, what I'm trying to say is I don't feel good. I don't feel well. And you know why I don't feel good? You know why I don't feel well? The reasoning for that is because your brain is listening to the second part of your sentence. Your brain has its notepad out and it has its little pencil and it's waiting for you to finish the sentence. What was that, Junior? You feel uncomfortable. I got that part down. Why exactly do you feel uncomfortable again? Because what? Say it. I'm waiting. Because whatever you say, I'm writing that down as dangerous because it doesn't make you feel well. What was it that made you feel uncomfortable? And then I would finish the sentence. I feel fatigued. I feel dizzy. I feel muscle pain. Overall, generally, what I'm trying to tell you, brain, is I feel very uncomfortable. And the reason is because I just went for a walk. And now the brain says, okay, walking makes you feel bad. Understood. I'm marking that under the dangerous umbrella. Let's go to my second example, okay? I feel bloated, I feel dizzy, I feel gassy, I feel headachy. It's probably because I just ate. You just ate what, Junior? What was the specific food that's making you feel so unwell? Because whatever it is, I'll make sure to take note of that and put it under the dangerous umbrella. Go ahead, Junior, I'm listening. Finish your sentence. I'm waiting. I ate that hamburger a couple hours ago. And the brain will go, got it. Hamburger makes you feel bad. Understood. I'll remember that for next time. That's the concept of linking. Whether you guys and girls believe it or not, you link things to your brain and classify and identify them as dangerous hundreds of times a day without you realizing it. Oh, I feel this. It's probably because of that. I'm experiencing this symptom. It was probably because I did this. Oh, I'm feeling this experience. It's probably because I consumed that. Oh, I'm having this slight symptom here. It's probably because I did this during the day. We do it so often, and your brain is listening to everything that you say. So here's what I want to see from everybody watching this video moving forward. All right, let's go back to my 2 examples so I can show you practical steps on how to approach this moving forward so we can unlink the danger response to things like walking and a hamburger. Because here's the beautiful part about this is that if you can link something and define it as dangerous according to your brain, you can also unlink something and redefine it as something that's safe. And here's how we'll do it. Let's start with the walking example, okay? So let's say I just came back from a walk. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling the muscle aches. I'm feeling a little bit of the dizziness, and I'm resting after the walk. And then I'll tell my brain, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit tired. I'm feeling some muscle aches. Did it have to do with the walk? No, probably not. I'm probably just feeling this because my body is just readapting to a new level of stimulus. That's all. I'm not going to blame it how I feel currently on the walk. I'm not going to tell myself that I walked too much. I'm not going to tell myself that walk was too intense. I'm not going to blame my discomfort on any set specific thing. All I know right now is that I'm feeling these symptoms. It's okay. I'll just focus on responding well to them in the moment, and I'm not going to link it to anything. And if anything, brain, the walk was actually a good thing as well, okay? So whilst I feel these symptoms, that walk was actually good for me. It's not because that's the main reason why I feel uncomfortable or bad. That walk was actually good for me. I'm just adapting in a better way so I can build a little bit more resilience. So that's kind of how I want you to approach the first situation. Let's talk about hamburger, okay? Now, with the hamburger, I'm feeling bloated, I'm feeling a little bit dizzy, I'm feeling a little bit headachy. That's okay. It could be anything. It could be just a rotating symptom. It could be, what have you. It might not be the hamburger. It could have been anything. I can't be so quick to blame it on a hamburger because it might not have been the hamburger, right? The hamburger was tasty. It was delicious. The hamburger was safe. But these symptoms, I'm just going to focus in, try my best to respond well to these symptoms in the immediate moment without linking it, okay? Here's the tricky part with this. Sometimes linking can be very obvious as to what caused the flare-up. Okay, so let's just say, for example, you do something immediately right afterwards, you feel the effects, right? It's very obvious, and it's very difficult to not link it because of how obvious it is. And the brain, it likes to do this thing where it tries to literally rationalize every single thing that you go through, okay? So when it's that obvious, you want to approach it like this. So let's say I go down to squat and get something, and then immediately after I do the squat, I start getting heart palpitations really quickly. Instead of saying, oh no, I shouldn't have squatted. This was really bad for me. The squat is the reason why I feel this, right? Instead, try to tell your brain, no, it's okay. There was nothing wrong with doing a squat. I'm not going to blame the squat on how I feel. Sure, it was immediately afterwards. It still might have not been the squat. It could have been the subconscious fear that I felt because I was squatting, because I haven't squatted for a really long time. So there's multiple things that have happened while I was squatting. It might still, even then, not be the physical act of squatting, right? So I can't blame it on the squat, right? But what I can do, again, it goes back to the same answer. I can focus in on my symptoms in the immediate moment. I can focus on responding well to them, and I'm going to try not to link anything. Because when you link things back to how you feel, what you're doing is you're teaching your brain that it's dangerous to do that thing. Now, a lot of my examples were surrounded by the idea of I did something and then afterwards I feel something, right? That's an afterwards effect. This can also be done beforehand as well. You could link something beforehand. So let's say, for example, I'm afraid to go for a walk, And I'm afraid to go for a walk because I'm afraid that then the brain pulls out its notepad and says, "You're afraid of what, Junior? What's going to happen to you if you take a walk? I'd love to know. Please tell me, because I'm here to protect you." And then I would finish my sentence and I'd say, "I'm afraid I will flare up. I'm afraid I will get worse. I'm afraid bad things will happen. That I'm afraid I will feel very uncomfortable afterwards." And then the brain says, okay, interesting. I'm going to write that down. Clearly, you're about to try something that is dangerous for you. Understood. So now, the moment you go for a walk, I'm going to make it very difficult for you to go for a walk. See what I'm saying here? It doesn't have to be just I did things and then I feel things afterwards and then we're linking it back. You can also be afraid to do things in the future and then link them forward as well. Either way, the whole point I'm trying to make inside this video is that linking is something that you probably want to stay away from if you don't want to continually teach your brain that things are dangerous, because we can do it so often to the point where our world just shrinks smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller because we keep signaling to our brain that these things are not safe. Okay, I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, feel free to leave some comments down below. I'd be more than happy to read them and I will answer them at my convenience. All right, see you guys in the next one and I'll catch y'all later. Bye everyone.
I would say that CFS recovery is absolutely the real deal.
I actually felt like somebody had an answer, like somebody explained what was going on and it all clicked.